Hi guys, hope you're all well and welcome back to another video for Motorhome Retrofits. Yet another motorhome leaves us with our 360-degree high-definition camera system. This particular model is a 2024 tag axle, so 2 sets of wheels at the back, and it's the Kon-Tiki Grand Prix. There is a number on the side, it's an 874. I assume that's potentially meterage, but this is a brand spanking new, or relatively new, Kon-Tiki Grand Prix. Stunning looking vehicle, really nice layout inside, and this customer is going to be chuffed to bits when he comes to collect his motorhome today after we have fitted our 360 system and the laser lights. Now, just a few minutes ago, we shot the video for the laser lights. We will gloss over that a little bit on this video as well, but we just wanted to cover yet another 360 leaving us because there is no other 360 on the market that compares to this. I know you probably hear a lot of people say a lot of things about their products being superior, but our products, not only our fitment, but our warranty and functionality and everything else is far superior to many others on the market, plus the fact that the cameras we use are 1080, which is full HD, and they're 180 degrees. So basically it means that this camera that's above your head, if Sammy can, above my head, not your head, if Sammy can zoom in on this camera here is working really, really hard to show 180 degrees. Now what I mean by that is if we then zoom out, on the screen, when we jump in the motorhome, if I'm stood here and I'm pretending to be the camera, my camera, I can see the wing mirror and I can see the rear garage. So that's 180 degrees, which means that basically everything here is covered. This is the reason why you want to protect your investment with your expensive motorhome. And whether you've got a small motorhome that's really compact or a 9-meter motorhome, the 360 works and makes a massive difference in your driving ability and confidence. So what we'll do is start off at the side here anyway, as we've done. That's the first of the 4 cameras in and fitted. We measure down the side of the vehicle and we try and get as dead center as we possibly can. Now internally that's not always possible due to in this particular vehicle we've got beds that go up and down. You might have your kitchen cooking area there, so we might not be able to get in behind the cupboards, but we'll always go as near as damn it centrally to the side of the vehicle. Right, follow me down to the back of the van. So the rear camera for Martin on this particular install has actually been quite tricky, and that's because of the fact there is already factory style dual lens camera system fitted. So if Sammy can zoom in on the camera here, this is quite a large footprint area for the camera. One faces back, one faces down. So if we were to try and remove this here and replace it with our camera, it's going to leave some damage or potentially a big hole. So what we've had to do is we've had to fit our camera slightly above that and leave that in position, because we don't have a magic wand, and if we were to do any damage by trying to do someone an extra favour, unfortunately that falls back on us. And that's the reason why we're very, very careful, meticulous on how we do it, but we also communicate with all of our customers to get the best possible end result. The other thing with this particular vehicle is, if Sammy can come around here, is I will then show you the other things that we're up against. The biggest problem we've got here is this is the outermost part of the motorhome. So therefore, if that went all the way up, then the rear camera would be absolutely perfect. The problem is, as you can see, this is now recessed. So this is what we call a fairing, and the camera is recessed and sits on the back panel. But because of this area here, means that the 360 system and the 360 software has to work so much harder to create as near as damn it perfect image. But that's impossible because of the fact that really a camera needs to be on something that is out here. But you wouldn't want to fit a camera on a metal bracket, because that would look naff. Also, it means it would just bounce around. So that's why we're up against it, down to different limitations of what we are with working with this particular vehicle. So moving on round to the side camera again, doing the same as what we've done before. Again, we measure the absolutely dead center distance for the camera, and this has then been in and fitted and taken in through with all the cabling and routed down through under the floor and towards then the driver's side. Moving on to the front of the vehicle. Martin's done one of his fantastic little custom made brackets. This has been then cut and forms or follows the shape of the camera. Nut and bolt on the back here as well, with a little what we call I can't remember. Okay, so I've found my brain and put my teeth back in. It's split Copex on here, and that means that the cable is also protected from anything that might damage it, but also waterproofs it in a way as well. So custom bracket here, and this is for the front camera. Now the front camera, as I've said on many of our videos, is the one that works the hardest. It's probably in front of the rear camera because it's only this high. Now, any camera that needs to do a really, really good job would be really, really high and looking down. But this camera, how can you fit a front camera anywhere other than on the front grille? So again, Martin has his work cut out with something like that. Now, so that I don't forget and gloss over the laser lights, we have supplied and fitted the very popular RRR 750 laser lamps. This is the elite model, and this is with a grille integration kit. So this customer turned up here with a standard Swift or Fiat grille. We've then cut into it and allows this driver now to flash a driver in front, or to go down a country road with some amazing and vastly improved light output. So if you are interested in anything like this on the laser side, have a look at our website and also YouTube channel for other videos that we've done, because only a few minutes ago we've just done a video for this, so check it out. Right, now we're going to jump inside and show you the 360 system working. Right, so we're now in sat in the cab. This is a Ducato 8 chassis, because obviously it's 2024, and Martin normally always tries to fit our 3 switches in this area. This has already got an alarm or an immobiliser receptacle or fob fitted here, so we haven't been able to work around here. So we went back to the customer and said, look, we can possibly relocate this, but even then our holes aren't in the places, because we're very, very fussy. They're not where we wanted them to be. So Martin's thought outside the box and gone for a nice, neat vertical fitment here. So top one, just turn it on. got a little green LED, which is now booting up the 360 system. And then we've got the momentary switch, which basically you push it and let go and it just returns back to its original position, but that's got different viewing modes. And then we've got landscape mode. So once the system has booted up, I will run past those with you. So the system's now just loading up. Bearing in mind that this has got a standard hard drive in here. It's what they call a SATA hard drive, no different to what your computer would have at home, although the newer computers now have an SSD hard drive in there, which is also an upgradable option. If you're interested, you can go for the 2 or 3 terabyte SSD drive over the 1 terabyte standard SATA drive. So this is the 10-inch monitor, all installed and fitted in replacement from the factory rear view mirror. Now this particular vehicle came to us with an aftermarket 7-inch monitor that was displaying the cameras that we spoke about earlier in the video. So now Martin has made use of the handy stalk and fitted our monitor to it so that it's nice and secure. And if you are parked up overnight and you leave the 360 system running for security, bearing in mind that the key is not even in the ignition, we can simply just turn the monitor off like so. So therefore this is now powered from your leisure battery and recording from all 4 cameras, or recording all 4 cameras. Right. So if we head back to the switches that I spoke about a few minutes ago, I'm going to just flip through the momentary switch, which is the second switch down. If I press it once, that changes the view so that we've got our overview in the middle and our left camera and our right camera on permanent display. If I press it again, that now shows the front of the vehicle, and you can just see our number plate that's attached over to the customer's number plate like so. And again, press that again, and we've got the standard rear view. But if we now press the landscape button, which is the bottom one, that gives us a full landscape image of the 360 as it is. And with all of these monitors, you can adjust the brightness and the contrast to suit you. Whatever you do, as the ambient light drops, the sensor that's built in will automatically adjust your light so that you're not driving down the road and being blinded by this bright monitor. On the right hand side, little red dot shows that it's recording. Green means it's attached or connected to satellites in the sky. And then you get a remote control system with the device and with the infrared remote eye. And of course, as part of the installation, Martin then installs the drive in a nice neat location ready for you to access it as and when you need to. If I then put the ignition on, so the ignition is on as we speak, and I indicate left. You might hear that in the background, you might not, depending if we've got music on, but that indicator now is showing the left-hand side of the vehicle. Now, when we were down the side of the vehicle, I said to you about the 180. There is the wing mirror, and down there is the rear garage. So nobody can approach you or be down the side in your blind spot without this vehicle or system detecting it. So if we go right now, exactly the same image. Now, no camera view can give you a 180-degree image without creating a fisheye lens, which is what this is doing. We've got the indicator on the wing mirror here, and we've got the rear here. So if anybody was to walk down there or drive down there or cycle down there, that's in your field of vision. Okay. Now, the default view is always the rear camera, but if you're on the motorway, whether here or over on the continent, then you have the ability and confidence to be able to pull out into the overtaking lane because you can see a really, really far distance behind you, but you've also got your aerial view. So as I said many times in our videos, we get our own DJI Mavic Pro drone up into the air. This, what you see here, is the roof of this particular motorhome. It's not just a generic picture, it's the roof of this particular motorhome, and that's what makes it also quite I would say bespoke or custom. So this is a 2024 Swift Kon-Tiki Grand Prix, and we have had this vehicle in for our 360 system as well as the laser lights. If anything in this video is of interest to you, our website is in the link is in the bio. Please do get in touch with us. We're based on the south coast in Poole in Dorset, and we'll be happy to give you a quote, etc., etc. And as usual, thank you for watching.